Hello everybody. So today I just want to say a few things about HIMS's recent price action. If you are on Twitter, it's probably not new to you, but only about 20% of my quote-unquote community is on Twitter, based on the number I see. So many of you watching the channel are not on Twitter, and I just want to say congratulations to Moonstar, because Moonstar, I think you may have made the stock go up. That and some other factors, but I think this tweet was all over, and so thank you Moonstar for your screenshot. Apparently HIMS added this, that they have a high demand to the treatment and that this one has to wait 2 to 3 weeks. And I just want to reflect on this. Some people said, and I think they didn't look at this too closely. Some people said, oh, it could be because they have a supply issue and they can't supply. In my view, this is because there's a demand issue. To me, they have too much demand, because if you look at the compounds that they use in their drugs, these are very mainstream compounds that are not supply constrained, like they use metformin, their weight loss drug. So the high demand that we are seeing for the weight loss treatment, in my view, is a fulfillment of order issue and not a drug availability issue. That's kind of the way I look at it, and that wasn't you, Moonstar, would say that, but I saw a few comments saying that on Twitter. Anyways, thank you for that. You probably made the stock go up. I guess I'm sad because I'm not in a position, but I have a full position for HIMS. I think it's important to be reasonable, so I'm happy for the stock to go up now because I have a full position. Other factors why the stock might have been up 10%, by the way, all joking aside, because institutional investors are going to be pissed if they hear me say, oh, that it was someone on Twitter made the stock move. But another one is HIMS may be getting classified or associated as a weight loss stock. And if you look at the move that happened in Lilly, but any GLP-1 agonist drug maker, they seem to have experienced a similar rally. And Lilly in a few days prior to HIMS, right, they had experienced a 9.3% rally. So very similar. This company, by the way, I was looking at the valuation. It's absolutely insane valuation. I cannot believe how expensive that company is. I would never touch it. Another catalyst that we saw today, February 6th, was Amazon seems to be divesting from their Amazon pharmacy and their One Medical service. They're cutting hundreds of jobs. It's funny, I remember a few months ago when this came out, everybody was saying, oh, this is going to be a big threat to HIMS. I think it's not understanding the system and understanding how HIMS works. HIMS, yes, of course, they offer medical visits, and of course, they are a pharmacy. They're an e-doctor and an e-pharmacy, but they're special in the sense that they don't rely on insurance. I keep saying this, but from the moment you rely on insurance with your health product, you are increasing complexity 10x, and you are, forbidding the growth. The growth is not going to go well if you have to take insurance. Taking insurance slows down the growth, and that's really not what you want to do. And I love HIMS because it doesn't accept insurance. I don't want it to accept insurance. I'd much rather see HIMS do things like, have an employer subscription, and your employer pays you a subscription to HIMS. I'd much rather see that than accept insurance. I believe one of the main reasons why something like Amazon, One Medical, and Amazon Pharmacy can't work is for the very reason that they accept insurance. That's kind of what I believe. And I want to conclude with this. So we had 3 pieces of good news. The demand is through the roof per what the app says. The stock seems to be getting associated with weight loss stocks, which could mean that the company runs, right? HIMS starts to run. Then Amazon not doing too well in their health section. And I want to finish with valuation really quickly, because I know the question is, the question is going to be, are you still buying after a 10% run? Well, I have a full position, but sometimes I dabble and buy a little more than I should, maybe, because I love that stock very much. Here's the valuation in my spreadsheet. As you know, HIMS is the cheapest stock in my spreadsheet, the cheapest stock I have ever seen. No company comes close. Even a company like StoneCo is typically about 50% more expensive than HIMS right now at a 0.0464. This jump of 10% has barely changed my valuation on there, knowing that the revenue growth may be actually higher than 60% for HIMS. But let me be even more definitive on this. HIMS 2x. So if I 2x the enterprise value of HIMS, imagine HIMS goes up 100%. Guess what? That's the new valuation. It's still in the top 10, the top 10%. It's still within the top 10 cheapest stocks in my spreadsheet. Like it's in the bottom 10% of cheap price, right? So this stock, even if it doubles, is gonna be dirt cheap. For this stock to be trading in line with the average hypergrowth stock I covered on the channel, it would need to maybe 4 to 5x. That's when I would consider the price roughly in line. Because remember, this is a stock that has recurring revenue. This company has 90% recurring revenue. This company sells a recession-proof product. This is a product people are not going to stop, right? When people love these drugs because these drugs improve the quality of your life very, very, very much. I'm looking at, the drug that got them started, ED drugs. I'm looking at hair loss. This, in my view, is a very special company. I love the recurring revenue. I'll sleep very well at night knowing that this company has 90% recurring revenue. So no, the stock is not expensive at all, despite a 10% run. And I just want to say one last thing. And we saw this with Palantir 5 quarters ago when they achieved GAAP profitability. The stock went up. A lot of stocks, when they achieve GAAP profitability, seem to go up quite a bit, except SoFi, I suppose. But otherwise, they seem to behave quite a bit well, because the market, for some reason, lacks GAAP. The market is stupid. I don't care for GAAP. But anyways, I think if the growth keeps going like it is, and that product at $79 is not that cheap of a product either, if you think about it, because these are very, very widespread compound. So anyways, the point is they may get GAAP profitability sometime within the next 2 quarterly earnings, and I'm thinking for their Q1 2024 is when they may post that. So right in early May. The question is, if they achieve GAAP profitability, is the stock gonna run? I think this could be a possibility. I am glad that I have a full position in HIMS. I'm very happy, and I'm glad to see the stock run up. It doesn't matter if it's today or in 3 years for me. Eventually, the stock will run because this is too cheap of a stock, and that's just my view. So anyways, no investment advice, no financial advice, just entertainment. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.